Everyone. This is your host, Siquoyia Blue. I'm glad to be back. Happy New Year. We made another year, and it's a blessing because everything that's going on in these streets, we're here. So just be grateful for that. I know it's a lot going on. A lot of people are upset about different things, the election and what's going to happen and the inflation. Because boy, are things high, and inflation don't go down if you study economics. It doesn't go down. But any rate, everything's made up. So anything can happen anyway if they want it to happen, But the point of today, before I start, I do want to talk about the LA fire. I just want to say prayers up to my folks in LA. And I'm sorry that you guys had to go through all that, and just prayers up, man, because life is short. You can lose anything anytime. That's the thing. Like you got to save up. It's just nuts. And it's hard to save up. I'm not going to sit here and act like it is. It is hard as hell, especially when you want to live your life. Like you want to still, get that wine or whatever you're trying to do. It's hard to be frugal. Not saying it can't be done, but it is complicated because you want to live. Life is short. You don't know what the heck's going to happen tomorrow, but it is messed up about what happened in LA. The rich people, of course, a lot of people was on social media saying, well, they can just get another house. Yeah, they can. But the problem is that they lost their memories and all that good stuff. And is it worse for the people that are not millionaires and stuff like that? I don't want to compare tragedies. But it is bad that you can't get another spot because you don't have any insurance, because people's having a hard time getting insurance in Los Angeles. People, I think they said State Farm pulled the insurance a few months before the fire even happened, so it's a lot going on. And so that situation is just terrifying. But I think that, of course, resilience, and we got to keep going because guess what? Adaptability, just going back to Parables of Sawyer, in Octavia Butler's book, they had to adapt. They had to figure out how to go through these waters. So I think that we're just going to keep going. Donations are going on. So everything will come back together. And that's that. And yeah, we don't know the future. Maybe more fires. We're not sure. But at this point, all we can do is do the best we can do and adapt and pray for everybody. And that's all we can do. But today's show, I want to talk about Jokichi Takamine. So I had a guest on my show not too long ago, and he started his own whiskey brand. And basically he told me the story of Jokichi Takamine. Sorry if I'm saying the name wrong, but Jokichi Takamine. And I feel like the story warrants more information because I feel like this is a story that no one really knows about. I didn't know about it. But of course, there's a lot of stuff we don't know about. It's not in the books and all that stuff. So I just wanted to do like a little quick story since of course, my podcast is about stories and challenging your perspective and whatnot. So I thought this would be a good story to kind of start to show up again, start back up, since I had a little break and stuff. So yeah, so this one, it's about Jokichi Takamine, a story of achievements, innovation, and resilience. So Takamine's story is one of relentless innovation and resilience. Despite the barriers of racism and systemic prejudice, from pioneering medical breakthroughs to cultural contributions and industry transforming ideas, his legacy is profound. Let's walk through his life in order of his remarkable achievements. So Jokichi Takamine was born in 1854 in Taka, Japan. Sorry if I butchered that, y'all. During a transformative period known as the Meiji Restoration, this era brought Japan into modern world, and Takamine was destined to be part of this change. A gifted student, he graduated from the University of Tokyo with degrees in chemistry and engineering. His brilliance earned him a government scholarship to study abroad, first in Glasgow and later in Paris. Imagine being a young man from a small town in Japan, suddenly immersed in the Western world's cutting-edge science and industry. This exposure shaped his innovative mindset and set the stage for his future breakthroughs. After returning to Japan, Takamine initially worked for the Japanese government, modernizing its chemical industry. But his entrepreneurial spirit soon took over. One of his first major achievements was the creation of Taka diastase in 1894, an enzyme-based digestive aid that helped people suffering from indigestion. This innovation was revolutionary and became a global success, which doctors prescribing it widely. It even earned Takamine a gold medal at the 1893 World's Fair in Chicago. Taka diastase wasn't just a medical breakthrough. It also established Takamine's reputation as a leading chemist on the world stage. Takamine's most famous achievement came in 1901 when he became the first scientist to isolate a hormone. He successfully purified adrenaline, a feat no one had accomplished before. This groundbreaking discovery revolutionized medicine, providing a way to treat asthma, severe allergic reactions, and other life-threatening conditions. Today, his work served as the foundation for the EpiPen, a device that has saved millions of lives by delivering adrenaline to counteract severe allergic reactions. Think about this. At a time when medical science was still in its infancy, Takamine's work opened doors that continue to save lives to this day. That's the power of innovation. In the 1890s, Takamine took his scientific expertise in a new direction, the booming whiskey industry. He introduced a Japanese fermentation technique using Koji mode, which is traditionally used to make sake. This method was more efficient than the traditional Western techniques and promised to transform whiskey production. Takamine partnered with the Poria Distilling Company in Illinois and began applying his process. But instead of being celebrated, he faced intense racism, well, what's new, right? And opposition. Many American distillers saw him as a threat, a foreigner disrupting a white-dominated industry. Things took a darker turn when his factory mysteriously burned down, an act many believe was sabotage, of course. On top of that, he faced relentless legal battles over his patents, draining his resources. Eventually, systemic prejudice forced him to abandon his whiskey endeavors. It's messed up, y'all. Just sad how it is, you know. Despite these setbacks, Takamine's resilience remained unshaken. In 1910, he made one of his most symbolic contributions, not in science, but in diplomacy. Takamine donated 2,000 cherry blossom trees to Washington, D.C., a gift that symbolized peace and friendship between Japan and the United States. These trees, planted along with Tidal Basin, have become an enduring symbol of beauty and unity, celebrated every year during the National Cherry Blossom Festival. At a time when Japanese immigrants faced widespread racism, this act of generosity was a quiet yet powerful statement about the value of cultural exchange and understanding. While Takamine's achievements were groundbreaking, his journey was far from easy. He faced systemic racism throughout his career, from doubters in the scientific community to outright sabotage in the business world. Even his personal life, his marriage to an American woman, Carolyn Hitch, was scrutinized in a society that frowned upon interracial relationships. Yet, Takamine's perseverance allowed him to leave an incredible mark on the world. From Taka diastase to adrenaline, from whiskey innovations to cherry blossoms, his contributions continue to impact lives worldwide. Jokichi Takamine's story is one of relentless innovation and resilience in the face of adversity. He reminds us of the power of persistence, the importance of cultural exchange, and the transformative impact of science and generosity. His life teaches us that barriers, whether societal, cultural, or systemic, can be overcome by those who refuse to give up on their vision. So, just want to say thank you for joining me on the journey through the life and legacy of Jokichi Takamine. If his story inspired you, share this episode with someone who loves tales of resilience and innovation. Don't forget to subscribe to Blu Alchemist Podcast, where we continue to uncover stories that challenge perspectives and celebrate humans. Until next time, I'm your host, Siquoyia Blue. And remember, y'all, stay safe out there and stay curious and stay resilient. And prayers up to LA and prayers out to the world, man. Keep your head on the swivel. See you next time, or talk next time.